The end of season 4 is here, and it's time now to say goodbye to some legends of the series. Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2024 and another part of non-league to Champions League with South Shields. Today we have the final 2 matches of the season against Barnsley before we take on Mansfield in the final game of the season. And hopefully you guys are good and are enjoying the series so far. And yeah, we finally found a level that we can't just smash first time. We have had a wonderful season. We can't really complain too much, but it has been a bit of a disappointment with this big long slide down the table, and we're not going to finish in the top 10. It is still mathematically possible, but you would say almost certainly won't happen. And it does feel a little bit of a shame. But you know, we'll take this season. We'll take the knowledge that we've learned from it and try and move forward next season and try and push those playoff spots once again. But there is part of you that feels like maybe this was our chance. You know, we were top of the league for a decent amount of time at the start of the season. We were in the playoffs for a long time, over half of the season. And when will we get a better chance? Hopefully next season, hopefully the season after, if not. And, you know, we're now in a position where we're going to have to refocus our team and come up with a new plan, rebuild it a little bit over the off season. But yeah, it is going to be interesting. A quick look at how things have gone since you were last with me, which of course was a 3-0 defeat to it wasn't. It was 2-1 defeat to Reading. We lost 3-0 to Plymouth. Terrible performance there. Came back and beat Notts County 5-2. Good result there. Adam Lewis, a Mully hat-trick, and Corley Woodrow on the score sheet with a new tactic. Lincoln City, we lost to them 2-0. Very poor performance. But we drew 2-2 against Wrexham. Thomas Ince and Wheatley scoring in that one. And most recently, we beat Oxford United 4-1 with Hayden, Glatzel, Wheatley and Whittaker on the score sheet. We have renewed some contracts, which is all good. And we have had our new youth intake, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But the likes of Thomas Ince, he's retiring. Sir Robert Briggs is retiring soon as well. He is going to be starting a new contract on the 18th of May. I do worry that maybe it won't go through because we've agreed that it's going to be a loan manager, and we're currently not allowed a loan manager, but I'm hoping that he just so glitches his way into the loan manager role. Ollie Norburn, he's going to be leaving at the end of the year. Dele Alli is going to be leaving. Kendall's leaving. Broadbent's retiring. We'll say goodbye to him today. Abdul Salem, he's going to be going as well. Adekuni had already agreed to join Bendel Insurance over in Africa. And then all of our loan signings, of course, will be leaving too. So we will be left with a fairly small squad. These players are signed up for next season. We got 19 players in there. And it'll be interesting to see where we go with them moving forward. But yeah, let's have a little look at the team for today. We have got Will Mannion starting in goal, John Lafudu continuing at right back with Nallo and Fieldson in centre-back positions and Adam Edgar at left-back. Hayden and Whittaker are in the midfield with Mully, Glatzel and Dale starting behind Ethan Wheatley up top. And as you can see, it's a 4-2-3-1. Same sort of tactic, same sort of instructions, but it's been working quite nicely. Obviously, we've only lost one of the last 4 games, which is a decent run for us in this second half of the season. Fingers crossed we can get another result today against Barnsley, who are pushing for promotion. Nathan Lowe, I'm assuming that's not the Nathan Lowe from South Shields many years ago. I feel, or was it just in a journeyman save that I had him there? I don't know. I just seem to remember Nathan Lowe's free kicks. Just had a sort of flashback moment there. Was there a Nathan Lowe that used to play for South Shields? Or am I just making that up? Was it just in my universe that happened in? I don't know. Anyway, here's Glatzel, finds Mully, and now Lafudu finds nobody. It's actually Nathan Lowe on the ball with the shot over the bar. It goes, and yeah, we had a couple of comments actually saying, "Why are you persistent with John Lafudu? Why are you persistent with Miles Boney?" And you know, Miles Boney being in goal, he's been by far our best goalkeeper this season. We have tried all 3 goalkeepers at various points, and Boney has just been the stronger performer, and his stats show that Lafudu has had plenty of assists this year. He's got over a 7 average rating, which for a right back is pretty impressive, considering he's only 1 star. So he's performing above and beyond. I do get your point. You know, and which is why I'm trying to bring Maresma through as well. You know, I'm not sort of denying the fact that Lafudu is sort of if the club's outgrown him, if you like. But I think he's still a very, very solid player to have at right back, and still has a lot to offer the team. And I do just think, you know, you can't rest everything on scout reports and coach reports, especially because our coaches and scouts are absolutely awful. So, you know, they're not the best judge of ability, and the way I like to reward players is if you've performed well for me, then you'll keep your spot in the team. That's generally what we've done, and it's worked so far. You know, I know we've had a pretty awful end to the season compared to other seasons, and it's so difficult really because we've got to put it into perspective. We're in League One now. We were always going to get to this moment where we sort of reached our level, if you like, and we've certainly found that this year. We're still punching above our weight, but just not by quite as much of a margin as we were possibly in the first half of the season. And you know, another year on the legs of a lot of our boys, and I think quite a lot of injuries over the course of the season have affected that, and we need to make sure that we're on top of it going forward into next season, and make sure the recruitment is right, and we have the sufficient depth to deal with those injuries and deal with the fact that some of our players just aren't fit enough to play week in, week out. So, for God's sake, goalkeepers getting injured it is definitely a thing in this Football Manager, more than in other Football Manager games. But Miles Boney again, he's broke his arm. He's out for 8 weeks, I think. And it's, you know, but I think that's him pretty much done for. He's had so many injuries over the last couple of years, and he just keeps doing more stuff to him. I mean, Mannion, I think he's going to be going in the summer. Terrell, we've signed on for another year, but Mannion's just not being impressive. Even though he's a 3.5-star player, he's just not being good enough, and that's a real shame. Owen Dale's going to come off. We're going to put Tom Ince on. Mully's going to come off for Beckham. Whitaker is going to come off for Corey Cunningham. And I think we'll leave it at that for now. Go on, we'll put Abdul Salem at right back. as well, and we'll see what he's got to offer, because we've not really given him a fair shot at being in this team. Here's Whittaker, finds Dale. This could be a chance of people that are about to come off to go and score a goal. Glatzel forward to Jack Whittaker, and he does score, and he was onside, so I think we need to edit this one. Keep Jack Whittaker on. I think the rest, I'm quite happy keeping with those changes. And it's 1-1 now. It's amazing how you can change your mind after one touch. Here's Ince. Good run from him. Obviously, he's in his final 2 matches. Here's Romeo Beckham, and he does score. And within 30 seconds, our 3 substitutes link up there. Tom Ince with a lovely little run, passing it forward there to Ricky J. Jones, and he threaded through Romeo Beckham, who has had a good second half of the season. He's another one that we've signed up for another year. He's been really good, and it's some of the things that you guys don't see, and you might go, he's only 2-star ability, why are you keeping him around the club? Well, for a start, he's only on £700,000 per week. But this is the sort of rubbish that I'm having to put up with, because straight from the kickoff, they've just scored the equaliser. It's just really frustrating. Anyway, Wrexham, they're winning. So it kind of doesn't matter if we win, draw or lose. I think we're going to be finishing 12th anyway. Got Mansfield on the final day of the season. Would be quite nice to win that and go into next season with a bit of a boost, because I think we've really suffered. Anyway, here's Atkinson, gets it to Kane. Kane again. Feels like 3-2 on the cards here. O'Keefe to Hayes. Oh, good tackle from Beckham there, but unfortunately just couldn't keep hold of it. Come on, boys. Here's Atkinson. Atkinson forward. Good touch from Hayes. He shoots, and it's a decent save from Will Mannion. And held on to it. And it's another highlight straight away, almost. Come on. Nelson. Here's Nelson. And now here's Hayes, gets it to Bell. This is a great chance. Bell into the middle. Oh, and they do score. Right, we're going to put on Corey Cunningham for the final 10 minutes here. It would be nice to see him do something. He did score a goal, I think, in one of the matches in between episodes. Don't remember saying his name, but I remember him scoring him. Maybe it was a goal that was disallowed, but I seem to remember it. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Here's Fieldson. Gets it to Isaac Hayden. That's forward to Cunningham now. Cunningham on the ball. Gets to Beckham. Beckham still going here. Back to Abdul, whoever. And there you go. Corey Cunningham scores. Abdul Salem with the assist and Corey Cunningham with the finish. And I think he's going to be somebody that definitely is playing a lot more regularly next season, because he has been awesome. And he's scored in 3 separate matches this year, and that's pretty impressive for a 17-year-old who, again, is meant to just be National League level. We're making these players better, and that's a good thing, including Lafudu, including Boney, and that's okay sometimes that these players are playing out of their skin. Yes, Hayes. Surely not. Surely they're not going to nick it here, are they? Oh, come on. Ooh, it's wide. It is a corner, though. Right, we're going to encourage them. There's still 4 minutes of added time here. Nelson with the corner. Whips it in. Oh, it's headed away. Here's Bell. Bell now to O'Keefe. Back to Weston. Bennett. Hinchy. Come on, we want to win this ball back. Bell, yes. Abdul Salah. No, it's offside. Surely it's offside. No, it's not. Oh. So frustrating. So frustrating. I mean, they fully deserve it, looking at those stats up there, but oh my God. Just can't buy a victory at the minute. Oh, anyway, right, we've got one more match, and it's against Mansfield, and we're going to say goodbye to some legends. Let's get into it. Here we go then, the final match of the careers of Tom Broadbent, Sir Robert Briggs and Thomasins, three players that have been massively important to us in our reaching of League One, and yeah, you know, it's awesome. We've got Dylan Motley Henry on the bench as well, because I feel like it could be his last match for the football club. He's been pretty unhappy this season that he's not played quite as much, and I think that's fair, but Mully is just a better player. So, you know, we've moved on, if you like, but yes, this is the team for the final match of the season then. We've got Mannion starting in goal, Lafudu, Broadbent, Fieldson and Edgar in defence, Hayden and Briggs in the midfield, with Mully, Ince and Dale supporting Ethan Wheatley up top. And here we go then. This is the big one. I really want Briggs and Broadbent to do well here. It would be absolutely fantastic if they were able to do that. So here we go. Let's get into it. There's the South Shields lineup for you. And here comes the Mansfield lineup. Not really many names in there that you would be fearful of. And Mansfield are already relegated. Yeah, everybody is relegated down there, which is very, very interesting. So this is an absolute dead rubber, which probably means it's going to be 0-0 or something stupid like that. But we could finish 12th today. We could finish 11th. I believe. I think we can still finish above Bolton. And that would be quite nice. And, you know, finishing top half. Oh my God. Oh, it took a deflection. I don't know who it took a deflection of. Let's have a look. But this is exactly the sort of annoying thing that's been happening this season. It wasn't Edgar. Oh no, it was Broadbent, wasn't it? Oh, on his last ever professional match. Tom Broadbent. Oh, here's Lafudu. Gets it to Mully. Lafudu whips it in. And there's Wheatley puts it in. And it was Owen Dale with the header. And I tell you what, Owen Dale has been a pretty decent signing. He's somebody that I think could make a massive difference. But what a cross from John Lafudu. And, you know, why do people want to see him benched? Because he's been awesome. He's been brilliant. And he deserves at least a chance to stay at right back. Obviously, Maresma is going to usurp him, but it doesn't have to be yet. And I think he will still be part of the squad next year. And probably, in many ways, will be the final of the players, other than maybe Boney, from that National League North season. I think a lot of them will be moving on this summer. I think we have to try and just detach ourselves from that nostalgia. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what we can do? Yes, it would be nice to win today, to finish ahead of Lincoln. It's 1-1 at half time. So we're going to put our hands on our hips and say, let's do a little bit better in the second half. and see what we can do here. But these were the sort of matches we were winning earlier in the season and winning comfortably. Here's Lewis into the middle. It goes. Excellent save from Mannion there. And yeah, maybe Mannion's starting to prove himself as well. Here's Lewis with a corner. Whips it in. Mannion's there to collect it. That's what we like to see. Well played, Mannion. Yeah, Broadbent unfortunately not having a good game. His last ever match. Thomas Ince not having a great game either. Robert Briggs doing a decent job though. Yeah, had a big injury earlier this year, so hasn't really played in the second half of the season. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why we've been losing. We needed more Robert Briggs. And his key passes. Yeah, Small on the ball. Yeah, gets it back to Donnelly. Oh, that's Robert Briggs there, isn't it? Yeah, I thought he was going to go on one final burst forward. Oh, what a goal that is. That's 2-1 Mansfield. Right, Mully's going to come off. Motley Henry is going to come on. Thomas Ince is going to get his standing ovation now. And we're actually going to put Corey Cunningham on instead of Glatzel. Yeah, Broadbent's going to play the full 90, I think. I think Jack Whittaker deserves his moment as well. Because I think this is going to be his last match for us. Here's Robert Briggs, finds Dale. Fieldson. Dale. Good run, good cut inside here from Owen. Dale still going. Finds Lafudu. Lafudu now whips it in. Wheatley's there with the header and it's over the bar. What a shame. What a shame. Well, there you go. Thomas Ince has played his last match as a professional. Here's Lafudu. Finds Motley Henry, or should have done. It's cleared. Here's Hayden. Finds Robert Briggs. What? Oh, what a chance. It was a brilliant pass from Robert Briggs and Cunningham blasts it over the bar. What a chance that was to get Robert Briggs an assist in his final match, and he's played brilliantly, to be fair. He's done an awesome job. Right, Ricky J. Jones is going to come on, and Jack Whittaker is going to come on for Isaac Hayden. Oh, here we go then. Lewis with the corner kick into the middle. There it is, 3-1. And relegated Mansfield have hammered us at home. I think this is such a sign of how tired this team is now. And yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. We're going to finish in the bottom half of the division with a goal difference of 16, and that's ridiculous, really, isn't it? You know, it shows where we are at, and yeah, I mean, Lincoln have won anyway, so there wasn't anything that we could do. But there it is. That is the end of season 4 and the end of Sir Robert Briggs. I'm glad he had a good game to finish off. Tom Broadbent obviously hasn't played too much the last couple of seasons, but was a huge part of those first 2 seasons in the National League North and in the National League itself. And of course, Tom Ince, who was an awesome part of that League 2 side, didn't quite find that form this season. Obviously, that big hip injury at the start of the season essentially meant that he couldn't contribute to us, and it's a shame because he was back to his best in the League 2 season. But Sir Robert Briggs, he will always be remembered. I mean, his attributes are still going up amazingly enough. Absolute South Shields legend. And he will be missed. He will definitely be missed. But hopefully we manage to hang on to either Lafudu or Boney and get them to play in the Premier League. That would be pretty awesome. A disappointing end to the season, of course. 3-1 there. And we finished 13th in our first season in League One. There you go. Sir Robert Briggs takes a final bow after a long and successful career, which has seen him become a household name at South Shields. Sir Robert Briggs has said he will now hang up his boots. Stalwart amassed 429 appearances for South Shields over the course of his career, and has announced that he will retire in May 2027. So we will continue on. There's our initial budgets for next season: £46,500 on the wage budget and a transfer budget of £79,000. We're only committed to spending £35,500. So I do think we've got a decent amount of money to spend, actually. I think we're going to be in a good place going into the start of next season. 4 or 5 signings, hopefully, can come in and make the difference. That's the plan, anyway. But, I'll continue on, and if anything else happens, I'll let you know. But, we're obviously going up to the season review screen. Well, this is something really interesting. We are going to be building a new stadium. We're going to be leaving Mariners Park, which is very, very interesting. They are looking for potential sites. They want a bigger stadium. Won't be a smooth process. That's, awesome. I just cannot believe that, to be honest. But we'll take it. There we go then. Nothing else happened, and this is where we will pick it up tomorrow for our transfer special. There's going to be a big rebuild on the way tomorrow, so I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, then give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for daily Football Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.